Good day to all. Here I am going to share with you all a story named My Journey, the Community Way. The journey started more than 50 years back from a busy cosmopolitan town of West Bengal. From there, I arrived at the land of red soil, far from the madding crowd, in search of the gateway to the kingdom of people. As my favorite poet Rabindranath Tagore said, সবচেয়ে দুর্গম যে মানুষ আপন অন্তরালে তার কোনো পরিমাপ নাই বাহিরের দেশে কালে সে অন্তর্ময় অন্তর মিশালে তবে তার অন্তরের পরিচয় The most unfathomable inner nature of mankind can be judged not by the outer place and time, but by the love of your own mind. That's why I took an U-turn from the elite department of physics of IIT Kharagpur in 1969 to enter the Bankura Sammilani Medical College. After emerging an MBBS doctor from there, under the mentorship of Professor Dr. Amol Kumar Mitro, I left for Regional Institute of Ophthalmology, Calcutta in 1979 to join as a house staff. There, I met Professor Dr. Indra Shekhar Roy, the director of the institute, who took me to the world of people, to the world of community ophthalmology. Community ophthalmology, a new discipline, was first introduced by Dr. Patricia Bath, an American ophthalmologist, in 1978 to address the problem of blindness of the underprivileged people of the world. Community ophthalmology says you cannot cure a patient by one-to-one doctor-patient contact only unless you treat the community en masse. While working as house staff at RIO, I was taken aback by the overwhelming magnitude of blindness in India. As per ICMR report, India was the abode of 9 million blind people. 90% of blindness being curable, but less than 50% could be attended by the existing infrastructure. So, there was no way out other than reaching out for the people beyond the confinement of institutional boundary. As more than 80% of the people was blind out of cataract, under the leadership of Professor I.S. Roy, we went out for them in the mass free cataract surgery camps under the national program, held at schools, dharmashalas, and clubhouses around Calcutta and outside. As per report published by WHO NPCP survey in 1986-89, the blind population increased to 12 million. That stood as 1/5 of the global blind population. Therefore, we kept on doing mass cataract surgery camps outside and inside the base hospital throughout my whole service period under the state government. To address the other causes of blindness, including uncorrected refractive error as a major cause of impaired vision, we continued delivering services in regular comprehensive eye care camps in West Bengal and states like Assam, Arunachal Pradesh, Manipur, Mizoram, Jharkhand, Orissa, and Bihar, all throughout my service period under West Bengal government. For eradication of causes of vision impairment in children, especially uncorrected refractive error and amblyopia, I personally started visiting the schools for vision checkup of the students much before the advent of national program of school eye screening in West Bengal. It went through steps like training of the school teachers about the vision examination of the students, preliminary vision checkup by the teachers in their respective schools, followed by examination by the expert staffs from institution, including refraction and other examinations, prescribing power for refractive error, referral services if needed, and free distribution of spectacles to the students. We visited the city schools, the schools of the slums, schools at the remote places of the periphery, and the schools in the interior of villages. In this way, covering more than 60,000 school students and distributing approximately 3,000 spectacles to them. Corneal opacity, a major cause of blindness in children, arising mainly out of keratomalacia, needed to be replaced by a clear one. I received a WHO fellowship at the Dr. R.P. Center for Ophthalmic Sciences, AIMS, New Delhi, in keratoplasty and eye banking, and started performing keratoplasties at Regional Institute of Ophthalmology. Considering serious dearth of supply of donated eyes against the demand, I equally stressed on campaigning for eye donation pledge among the college students, hospital staffs, office staffs, and the public gathering. During my service in medical colleges as teacher, I came across many young people unnecessarily losing their one eye out of occupational injuries during lathing, stone grinding, metal cutting, hand looming, chemical mixing, and agricultural work just because of lack of due safety measures. Occupational ocular morbidities, although a subject of concern under national program, was much neglected sector those days. I personally took an insight of the working condition of such small industry and agriculture sector. How dangerous was the working conditions without the use of any protective device against the eye injury. Neither the employer nor the employee was serious about it. I tried to propagate the awareness among them in person and through TV shows about the eye protection during work, using simple protective devices like an eye shield or an eye guard. Eyesight of transport workers, an important factor for the road safety, was equally an unattended sector. As those workers could not find time to reach us, I, with my team, reached out for them at the stands, terminuses, depots, and the adders of bus, auto, and highway trucks, convinced the workers about the need of their eye checkup, examined them, and prescribed power and distributed free spectacles and medicines among them. Later, the program ended up with the Safe Drive, Save Life project of West Bengal government. Community itself is an integral part of the community disease control, but awareness drive program among community was so poorly operational those days. To fulfill that purpose, I started developing many information, education, and communication materials locally in simple language, as leaflets and posters, signboards, books and booklets, colorful calendars, slides and videos on eye health and diseases, and took them to the people like college students, school teachers, transport workers, and public gatherings at villages and in the cities. I also participated in rallies, in live radio and TV talks, arranged street dramas as a part of awareness drive among people. In this way, Instead of gaining expertise in any of the subspecialties of ophthalmology, I preferred to engage myself more and more in the community activities. To make it popular among my ophthalmic fraternity, I reached out with papers and presentations at numerous conferences all over India. I launched and edited the first journal of community ophthalmology at national level under direct inspiration of Association of Community Ophthalmologists of India. As a teacher, I motivated my medical and paramedical students in community ophthalmology by taking them to the outreach activities. I also authored a textbook on community ophthalmology for them, which was the first book of its kind in India as well as in the world. I was always backed by state and central government in all of my initiatives with financial and manpower help. Not only that, I was also encouraged by awards for my community works by our professional associations at the state level and at national level also. In the meantime, in the event of changing scenario of blindness profile, there was launching of a new global initiative, Vision 2020, the right to sight. As per the new program, I started detecting diabetic retinopathy and glaucoma in adult and retinopathy of prematurity in neonates, the new emergent causes of blindness. I also received a training in Vision 2020, the right to sight, in the International Center for Eye Health in London in 2010. But the blind school service in Calcutta and meeting with the visually challenged people closely brought about a new turn in my journey ultimately. I was deeply moved by the helplessness of these people who are irreversibly blind and shifted myself to the rehabilitative sector of community ophthalmology. After my retirement from State Medical Education Service, I started an NGO for all-out rehabilitation of blind people, Parashmani Welfare Society. Parashmani, the touchstone that would add some golden lining to the life of visually challenged people so far kept in dark by the society. poet Rabindranath Tagore said, জীবনে জীবন যোগ করা, না হলে কৃত্রিম পণ্যে ব্যর্থ হয় গানের পসরা. It's all about adding life to life. Otherwise, all songs end up in nothing. So, this is my humble attempt of adding life to life. Thank you for your patient hearing.